What's wrong?
It's over. It's gone. It's crashed. The market's gone. What are we going to do? I'll show you in a bit. All you people have been commenting for the last 3 years. The prices are going to crash. There's going to be a correction. It's all going to change. All you people that have been saying it, guess what? You're right. Prices go up and prices come down. So now we're in a bit of a correction, and I'm going to explain to you why we're in a correction. What do you think of this van? Aldi's Encore 275. It's a 2023 and it's only done 3,000 miles, so brand new. This was probably around about 80,000, 78, 80,000. So we're in a bit of a negative equity. We're having a bit of a correction. We need to, let's put some lights on as well while we're at it. We need to discuss what's happening in the industry. And I'm going to tell you what's going on. So, in order to tell you what's going on, we need to, first of all, everything's buoyed by the new market. So that's the new motorhomes, the new caravan sales. So, if you can imagine, every year the dealers have a certain amount of stock from the manufacturers that they sell. And then obviously they sell that through the year, and then they move on to the next year. So what's happened this year is, and I think the prices are going up and up on new motorhomes, and they're struggling to sell them. You only have to just look through the dealers' websites now, and they're all offering 8,000 off, 4,000 off, 5,000 off, 9,000 off. But just have a look at yourself, because they're trying to clear the new vehicle stock. So this is why they're giving the big discounts. And the other reason being is, when a dealer has their new stock, they have what's known as a stocking loan. So basically they get the vehicles, and after a certain amount of time they obviously have to pay for them, and that's where the finance kicks in. So then each month they're paying the interest on the new vehicles, so it's costing them money to keep the vehicles on the pitch. And now we're coming up to the time of the year, in another few months time people are going to be looking at the 25 and the 25 stock, and I'm gone, we've still got 24 stock. So as you can see now, we're getting a little bit of a problem, we're getting a little bit of a hold up. Now the concerning thing, and it's worse with caravans as well, because some dealers have still got the 2023 sitting around. So far what we've got: Blazer Caravans, Caravan Company, White Arches, Golden Castle, Robinsons, and probably the biggest one, Brown Lane, now have all gone. So we're getting a problem with the new one, because they just, me personally think, they're just too expensive. They're just getting higher and higher on price. So what do the dealers do with this new stock? Normally, as a rule of thumb, when people do buy a brand new motorhome, there is a part exchange. Obviously with COVID there's a mass influx of people coming into the market, but generally as a rule of thumb you get a part X. So they have to offer more money to do the deal. So what's happening then is they're getting rid of the newer stock, but what's happening then is they're building up more part exchanges, because they're offering stronger money on it. And now if you start to look at all the dealer websites, you'll see there's a mass of stock. Some dealers have got like 100, 150 used vehicles, and if you have a scroll down to them, they are on, it's quite a high price. What a great van this is. It's a new venture. Look how small it is. But wait till you get inside. Well, you can get inside. So as I was saying, now we've now got a build-up of stock on new dealers' forecourts of a lot of part exchanges, and we've also got the build-up of still the 2024 stock that's not. Look at this, little there, nice little kitchen, and we've even got the toilet as well. What was that about? Oh, so we've got the build-up of stock, because as well, at the main dealers' sites, they've got salesmen, and salesmen just want to get the deals done. So we've got a build-up of new stock, we've got a build-up of part exchange stock, forecourts are brimming with new deals on new dealer sites. So what happens now with the used market? We spotted this a few months back, 2 or 3 months back, and we spotted the prices were dropping, because obviously we check prices all the time, especially on the auction prices. So we saw this, and we was there now starting to get offered a lot more stock, because obviously people can go away now, can go on holiday, flights are more accessible. People who've had it through after pre-COVID now are moving on, so we're starting to get offered a lot more stock. So what we did then, we adjusted our prices, but the problem was we couldn't buy these, because then they were going off to dealers and getting better prices if they brought a newer van. So we got into a little bit of stagnation, and what we're finding is we're now into negative equity. And what I mean by negative equity is the people that normally part exchange, you think after COVID people buy a van for say 40,000, keep it a year, and then they get 40 back for it and then buy another one. This year what's happening, especially with us, is the prices obviously are fluctuating. Let me know what it's the exact word in the comments, please. So what we're finding now, people who will normally part exchange in the used market are getting offered a lot less than what they normally would do. So they're going, we'll keep the van for another year or two. So now we're having a chunk taken out the market. So now we've got another chunk taken out the market. We've got a load of stock sitting on dealers' forecourt where there's more choice. Again, they're at higher prices as well, because yet they haven't adjusted at the prices. We're getting less people with used vehicles now, and we're not part exchanging because we've changed our prices. So as you can see now, they're getting a little bit stuck in the rut. In order for people to get rid of the stock, they've got to change the prices. So now what you're going to start to see is the correction of prices changing, and we've noticed now it's probably coming down to round about the 5,000 on the used that are starting to drop. So for an older vehicle, probably about 20 years old, you're probably now going to be looking between the 15 to 20,000 pounds. And then on the new model, which I call the facelift model, we're now moving to round about the 25 to 30, where before it was up in the 40. So we're now going to start to get the corrections. So if you're looking at buying a vehicle, whether it's a new one or a used one, you're now getting into the best time to buy. Now I'm talking more main dealers, not like us where we're small independents of round about 20 to 25 vans. I am basically talking about main dealers. We are soon coming up to the 2025, which is going to be quite interesting. So let me know in the comments what you think about that. And I'm going to show you now which possibly are the winners and the losers of all this. So the winner at the moment that is always going to fetch strong money and has been really popular at the moment is the camper van, the branded camper van. And when I mean a branded camper van, this is an Auto Trail and it's a branded camper van. It's not been a self-build or anything like that. So the camper van is always going to be a popular, and I'll tell you why. Is it's a bigger market share. You've got people who are coming into the market who also like to start off with something small, so they'll go for the camper van. You've also got people who are already in the market and want to move up to something a little bit more, where it's got the fridge in, it's got the seats, we've got a proper toilet and a combined shower. You've also got people that have had a motorhome or a bigger motorhome and want to downsize, a little bit like Kevin. He's got his A-Class, but he wanted to downsize because he's not going to weigh as much now. So as you can see, the camper van has a big market of people. Let's have a look at a loser. The Volkswagen camper van, not a branded one like this one over there. That's a leisure drive Volkswagen, proper done. Is the Volkswagen where over COVID and after COVID every man and the dog was making them. Because of the shortage of motorhomes, more and more Volkswagen conversions were being made, which flooded the market. And then when you do get a Volkswagen, which are great vans, great starter vans, great day vans, you start enjoying the camping scene, you then want to move on to something else, or if you don't enjoy it, you just sell it. So you can see and the market's flooded now with the VW. Another winner as well, like the camper van, is the compact motorhome, the 6-metre compact motorhome, because it falls in the same bracket as the caravan. A lot of advantages: you can park them on your drive, you can get anywhere basically in the UK with them, and they're a great little van. So the winner there, as well as the camper van, is also the compact. Let's have a look at another loser, the family motorhome. So because obviously the price is rising and just going up and up and up, this is a 6-berth Bailey. Is the family motorhome, I think, is just getting out of the reach of any family. When you're talking for a brand new one, 70,000 to 80,000 pounds, which is a lot of money, and if you're buying a 6-berth, you're obviously going to have 2, 3, 4 children, so obviously with the cost of living and everything else. So the family motorhome is possibly suffering and getting out of the reach of your traditional family who just want to go motorhoming. Now, one market that won't really drop an awful lot is the A-Class, and the reason with the A-Class is the purpose-built motorhome is a mass appeal for people touring, but also the price bracket as well. So vans that are over 150, 200, 250,000 pounds, you're not going to see possibly a correction there, because anyone who's got 150,000, 200,000 pounds to spend has the money and is quite comfortable. So you're not really going to see any type of correction there. There isn't going to be a complete price drop and things are going to crash. That isn't going to happen, because people still like to motorhome and camper van or caravan or go away and explore. So there's always going to be a market. What we're getting now is just like stocks and shares that go up and down. We're now starting to get a correction. So the prices went up after COVID because obviously people wanted to go out, so there was less stock. Now, as the stocking levels have come with new vehicles, and also the prices going up and people going out of the market, because we had record numbers coming in, we've now got numbers going out. There is now an overstock basically. So with the overstock, then prices will start to come down, which they are starting to come down now. Now this will probably go along now for probably 6 months, where there will be price changes and fluctuations. One thing we haven't had this year is a good summer. So basically we've had 1 day of sun, 3 or 4 days of rain, so it hasn't got people out to really want to go out and buy. And also the prices that are being offered for part exchanges, we've been offering less. But okay, we're going to be offering less, but where before obviously people were offering more and they were paying more for the van, what people have got to get their heads around now is, yes, we're offering less, but the van they're going to be looking at now is also less as well. So what are we doing about it? Very simple. We go lean. Lean. We go, what are you laughing at? We go lean, where before it was all about buy a van, get vans in because it's just going crazy. Is we're very careful now what we're picking and what we're stocking. So we're looking at the compacts, we're looking at the branded vans, we're looking at the camper vans. Basically we're not buying as many of the family vans. Obviously if we can get them at the right price that we know families can afford, yes we will. We're going more of the 2 berths as well, but we're keeping the stock levels lower because obviously we want to capitalise as well at the same time, because it sounds terrible, but then if dealers are having to get rid of stock because they've got too much stock and anything else, we can grab a bargain and we can jump in there. So at the moment cash in the bank is probably better for us. But we're not stopping buying, we're just more selective on what we buy, and the public out there has got to realise now the correction is there. So one, it's a very good time to go out and buy a motorhome. So there's a little insight on what's going on at the moment. Ain't all doom and gloom, it's just a correction. Corrections happen. We have the good times, we have the bad times. We just adjust, we just reevaluate, we look at what we're buying, we restructure, we reprice, and we just keep moving on, because like everything else, everything corrects itself, and there you go, the cost of a used motorhome.